Good morning, friends. Let us discuss about fertilization. Various important points related with fertilization. Let us first see the events that occur during external fertilization. First event is acrosomal reaction. So here we can see first is acrosomal reaction, and next is binding of sperm to ECM, that is extracellular matrix. That is, first what happens, recognition of sulfate containing polysaccharide occurs, and then the binding of sperm occurs to the vitelline membrane, and then we have species specific interaction in external fertilization. That is, only specific species only can interact with the specific receptors. That is, there we have bindin recognize EBR1 receptor. That is, EBR1 receptor is present which can recognize the bindin. That is, bindin can bind with only EBR receptor only. If it is of other or different species, then it won't recognize, and hence sperm won't be able to bind with the receptor and no fertilization will occur. After that, what happens is fusion of sperm with egg membranes. That is, the sperm, it enters into the egg membrane, and uh, there is a fusion between the sperm and the egg. And in external fertilization we see fusogenic proteins and bindins. Next is internal fertilization. In internal fertilization, let us first discuss the pathway 1, where acrosomal reaction occurs. Acrosomal reaction occurs in the cumulus, and in pathway 2, acrosomal reaction occurs on the zona pellucida after ZP3 recognition by sperms. Binding of sperm to the zona pellucida occurs. And thirdly, we see the sperm recognize the ZP2 protein receptors on the zona pellucida. This is very important point. Please keep it in mind that sperm recognize ZP2 proteins on zona pellucida. And then we see isomo-juno interaction, that is immunobind to zuno proteins. It is very important point from CSIR point of view. Several times this question has been asked, so please keep it in mind that isomo-zuno interaction occurs during the fusion of sperm with egg membranes. And then there is block of polyspermy, which is found both in external as well as in internal fertilization. There is fast block as well as slow block. So during the fast block, what happens? There is sodium influx in case of external fertilization, and in slow block, calcium ions take participation. And here in internal fertilization, which is exclusively found in the mammals, here fast block is absent. Here fast block to polyspermy is not found, whereas slow block to polyspermy is present. Slow block to polyspermy or prevention of polyspermy refers to the fact that only one sperm can bind with a single egg. it is not like that a number of sperms will enter and it will bind to the egg. If it happens so, then the whole purpose of fertilization will be destroyed, and the ultimately the death of embryo will occur. But in order to prevent this, nature has created this special phenomenon called the block to polyspermy. And then we have egg metabolic activation, where calcium participates and pH is maintained around 7.4 in both external as well as internal fertilization. Respiratory burst, decrease oxygen concentration, increase oxygen consumption occurs. Then mRNA translation occurs, protein synthesis occurs, DNA replication is seen. So these things are very much prominent in external fertilization. There is a decreased, one important point over here is a decreased oxygen concentration is seen, because oxygen is consumed and in a faster way, and translation of mRNA occurs. As we see, mRNA translation occurs, along with this protein synthesis also increases, as well as DNA replication. DNA keeps on replicating. Here also, in internal fertilization, respiratory burst is seen, oxygen concentration decreases, consumption of oxygen increases, along with protein synthesis as well as mRNA translation. So these are the very important points we can see. Along with this, two more points we need to discuss is fusion of sperm nucleus with egg nucleus. Fusion on nucleus, zygote formation at first stage cell, true defined condition is observed. In case of external fertilization, and in case of internal fertilization, fusion occur between first cleavage, then of course fusion occurs between sperm and the nucleus. After that only the first cleavage occurs. Then DNA replication is seen. First cleavage begins. At the second cell stage, a true diploid condition is found. So this is all about the differences between external as well as internal fertilization. So hope you guys like the video. Please like and share, as well as subscribe to my channel, and please go through this topic, because this topic is very important from examination point of view. You can study it for SLET exam also, GATE exam also. In SLET also these questions are often asked. Then in NET too, it is very important topic. So I request you all to go through this video, because here we have discussed about the fusion of how fusion is occurred and how fertilization occurs. Thank you.